Now, I'm well aware no Ninjago season is perfect, or at least in my little personal world, for me personally, no Ninjago season is perfect. Obviously, I suppose people are going to exist out there that think either all of Ninjago is perfect, or that there are a select few seasons that are perfect, but when it comes to me, I don't believe in that personally. Skybound remains my personal favourite season, but even that has its fair share of flaws. However, there are definitely Ninjago seasons that do specific things pretty much perfectly in terms of what I want them to really accomplish and achieve with what it is that they're trying to achieve in the first place, and I think that a good example of this would be Season 1 of Ninjago. Ninjago Season 1 is one of those seasons that people either really love, or people tend to find a little bit bland, I suppose, a bit boring, because I guess it's just kind of the start to the series, and there's not ultimately too many exciting things going on, and I can kind of understand that, and, you know, that is fair enough, but me personally, I have always been a fan of Season 1, and over the past few years especially, I've grown to really warm up to Season 1 and I've started to enjoy it more and more. But when it comes to what Season 1 does well, I think that there is one particular aspect of it that is pretty much perfect, and this is something that I don't necessarily see too many other people talk about, and that would have to be the pacing and overall structure of the season. I mean, think about it. Season 1 had 13 episodes, right, which that on its own is quite long for a Ninjago season. Obviously, more recently, we have Dragon's Rising that has 20-minute episodes, but, you know, that's more of a recent thing. Going way back to the early days of Ninjago, 13-episode seasons were pretty much unheard of, with Season 1 and also Season 2 being the only two seasons to have 13 20-minute episodes, so in that regard, they were very long. But Season 1 handled this runtime very well, in my personal opinion, because every episode focused on something specific and something truly meaningful. I mean, overall, we had, obviously, the overall storyline going on, that much is obvious, but on top of that, it's almost like after every few episodes of growth, there would be an episode centered around a new ninja reaching their true potential, and the episodes in between almost felt like they were focusing in on how they reach that point, with the episode where they actually reach their true potential being kind of like the tipping point for that, where we get a full look at that specific ninja and their journey to reaching that point, which at the time was a very incredible achievement to actually go ahead and achieve, and to this day it still kind of is, right? This was like the ninja's first true breaking point, their true breakthrough into becoming actual full-fledged ninjas and protectors of Ninjago. So in that regard, I think this was all done very nicely, and I think that the ninja reaching their true potential was done pretty much perfectly in Season 1 of Ninjago. It didn't feel too slow, nor did it feel too rushed. In fact, I think it felt, well, pretty much perfect, which is the whole point I'm trying to get across here. But even aside from that, I think that everything else going on in these episodes was really just done well too. No individual episode felt too rushed. Everything felt really quite natural, and I know that that's a very subjective thing. There are, of course, going to be people out there that may very well watch this video that are definitely going to disagree with that take, but in my personal opinion, I just think that even individually, the episodes were still well thought out, and it truly feels like a lot of love and care went into this season, especially even just when compared to other, more later seasons of Ninjago. Season 1 just has a very special appeal to it, at least it does in my eyes. Also, the villain side of things, you know, the overall storyline there was done very nicely. I really did enjoy it. And I did definitely feel as though everything was, again, not sluggish, it felt just right. It wasn't too rushed, it wasn't too slow, everything felt like it was moving at a really natural pace, and I really liked that about Season 1. Pretty much everything just felt really well refined for a Ninjago season, you know? It just felt really well put together, as I say, and I think that this is something that not necessarily all Ninjago seasons can capture. In fact, I think that the only season that can truly capture this kind of feeling is some of the later episodes, like for example Dragon's Rising Season 1. I think that that season also has this same kind of appeal to it, but not necessarily in the exact same way as Season 1, making this a truly perfect Ninjago season in a few certain areas. Overall, as a whole, maybe not, but in terms of actual pacing and layout, it definitely is pretty much perfect in my eyes. With this all being said though, that is going to do it from me here. Feel free to let me know down below in the comment section if you do happen to agree or disagree with what I said in this video. And also, if you did enjoy it, please do consider leaving a like on it for me, it really helps me out. Subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're at it, and be sure to also consider turning on that notification bell so that you can actually get notified whenever I do decide to upload a new video, hopefully every few days or so. And with this all being said, I will catch you all soon, so take it easy and goodbye.